gamers on YouTube. Today I thought it would be a good idea to show you my rubber strap collection and a sort of keychain collection. I've been collecting these for probably, I don't even know how long. I know it's been many years and they've just kind of accumulated, and I've done my best to color code them based off of, well, their color, I guess. But as you can see, it's still kind of a mess. So I'm just gonna go through them one by one and talk about them a little bit. Starting off with this guy, my Kiroro keychain. So I found this guy in a thrift store on the Japanese countryside, a little town called Hirakatashi, just about 45 minutes from Kyoto Station and a little further down that way to Osaka. And he was just chilling in a bargain bin somewhere, and I thought it was like a really massive find to be able to find any Kiroro merchandise, because a lot of it's pretty old at this point, even in Japan. So I picked him up and carried him around with me while I was studying abroad in Japan last year. Moving on, we got this little number. It's this really adorable, this one's a pin, enamel pin it seems. It's an adorable little black cat sleeping on a moon, and I got this from a dear friend of mine who owns like a lot of tiny little black cats. Next up we got this Pimaru-sama button. I saw that I really like this song, Zero President. That was a banger hit of like last year, was it? Maybe a few years ago. And I saw that there was a gachapon machine entirely dedicated to merchandise of her, so I figured, yeah, why not pick something up of her. And then over here we have Maki, Hachima, and Ellie. And Maki and Ellie rubber straps were from a blind box that I got for $1 in a little store tucked away Teramachidori in Kyoto. They were selling these for like 100 yen a pop, so I decided to just go ahead and try to get some of my favorite characters. And it actually turned out that I got all of the Soldier Game girls from the original Muse group from Love Live, so I was really hyped about that. And then Hachima I had to get because she's Hachima. Moving on, over here we have a Yayoi button. She's like one of my favorite OG Idolmaster girls. She's just the most real to me out of all the Idolmaster girls, and I loved watching her family history and her struggle and how she really carries everyone, basically. This like awful little heart keychain is something that I made. It's of the Otome Roid from Pink Bitch Club by Vivinos, the Korean artist. And this guy I got in Japan as well, and I don't think he's Sanrio, but he might be San X, I believe. It's a little Tanuki dude. Here's a little pin of Kagami Rin, very classic. I think this is extremely old. It's gotta be over like 11 or 12 years old. Oh, there goes the air fryer. My chicken nuggets are done. Hold on. Alright guys, sorry about that, I'm back. Those chicken nuggets were hella fire, dog. I had them with some sriracha sauce with them. You know, that was a... Bro, why are you... why are you using the sink, bro? Anyway. So, anyway, to continue, over here we've got Akage Media, along with her friend Joga Sakirika. I'm a big Idolmaster fan, you know. Right here behind Miss Rika is Rin, another little Rin keychain. Right over here we got another Kiroro Kunso holding a vacuum. I might have got this maybe from a Funimation booth in a convention in like 2011, 2012 or something like that. It was either that or this like off-brand shop in Chicago somewhere. Then we got Jushimatsu over here, chillin', hanging. Then we got Meru right here from Hololive. Then we have a little Amelia Watson keychain, also from Hololive right here. Chillin' next to a little Len figure that's put into a little tiny little keychain. The Amelia Watson, that was another thing where I was just walking down Kyoto and saw that there was like these cheap hollow EN keychains in a gachapon machine and decided I would have a go at trying to get Amelia, and thankfully I got her. And then over here is the iconic as hell Sanrio Cardcaptor Sakura collaboration rubber strap. Right here I have her with Pom Pom Purin. They look absolutely meant for each other. Right over here we have another Sanrio collab. This time it's with Idolmaster Cinderella Girls yet again. We got Yoshino and the forever iconic, beautiful, amazing, one of a kind, never done before Shin Sato with My Sweet Piano. This is probably the most recent one I acquired after taking a little round 1 trip. It's the line bearer dressed as a bee. These keychains over here are also from various different round 1 trips of Rilakkuma and Ko-Rilakkuma. There's another Rilakkuma keychain from round 1 right there. You can see there's the little round 1 logo right there. Over here we're getting into my Miku section, which is it takes up a significant space on my keychain board. First off, we have this tiny little Miku, this old ass Miku I got as a set with a Luca, and it matches the Rin that's up here that I showed you before. Further down, there's this little acrylic keychain of Miku holding some sunflowers. The story behind this one is that I was actually offered this by this guy who I had a Japanese class with. Basically, he was Japanese and was visiting family in Japan, and he had this brilliant idea of like collecting a bunch of like popular merchandise of popular characters so he could bring it back to America and try and sell it off to all of his friends. And I was one of those friends, and it totally worked, and I paid like $2 for it maybe. I have a little hella old Kyon from Haruhi. Behind this Miku is another Miku that I got at like a chain of dollar stores in Japan. They were having a Vocaloid collaboration, and I saw this one and I was like, holy shit, that looks like the TBH creature, so I like picked it up because I thought it was kind of funny. Moving over here, we have an absolute classic. You can see how old and worn, I guess I would like to call it loved. I would prefer to say that. A very well-loved Konata from Lucky Star keychain that I had strapped, glued onto my Sergeant Frog messenger bag that I used all throughout 6th grade and middle school. Next to her, there's a little hanging keychain of Mio Honda from, again, Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. Right under Konata is another set attached to her, actually, of Keroro, Giroro, and Dororo from Sergeant Frog. I'm sure I got these at a convention, like one of the first ever conventions I've ever been to, and I strapped them to my bag, and then they got all worn and dirty, just like Konata. And I kept them ever since because my love has carried through all of these years for those 2 shows. I'm pretty sure I had a Tamama and a Kululu at 1.2, but those have either fallen off, gotten lost, or got probably completely destroyed, sadly. Right next to them is a Honeyworks keychain. I know the song, but I also don't that she's from. I was hoping to get one of the other characters from the Honeyworks songs when I got these in Japan in a little blind box, but at least she's still cute enough. So, I mean, maybe one day I'll like do a swap at a con or something if I ever go to another anime convention. I don't know if anybody would want her or any of these keychains, but over here we have a little Sable from Animal Crossing that I have no clue where I got this from. Maybe Target or something? There's a little button of Miku. It's nice and glittery and holographic, as you can see. Very pretty, very rainbow. Going down, this button was also gifted to me from a friend. It's a sick ass button of like the original like MMD design for Miku. Super classic. I don't know if it was the original model, but I know that on Nico Nico it was like super popular back in like the peak years of Vocaloid. The peak years of Vocaloid. Back when Vocaloid got its start and had a big boom and all that is what I mean basically. She also gifted me this little adorable KAWAII Keychain with a rotary phone and a Teru Teru Bozu. KAWAII is like my favorite Sanrio character. He is next to this Tsuruya that matched the Kyon up above. Over here, I picked these up in Japan as well. It's Elizabeth from Persona 3, and she came in a little set with this Arcana card. Elizabeth is one of the most silly and lovable characters from the game, so I was happy to be able to pick her up. Right under here is Nanami, another collaboration with Sanrio Idolmaster keychain. I think at the time that these keychains were being made, Nanami was still unvoiced, but recently she acquired a voice actress for herself, so congratulations, Nanami. You are the baller of all time, better than LeBron James. I've noticed that I've kind of got a little Miku x Luca thing going on, even though that's not really my ship, but they do look nice together. Here's another little Miku button, can badge, I guess you would call it. It's holographic and sparkly again. Down here is another item from that dollar store collaboration I was talking about before. We got Miku and Luca acrylic keychains in their little pajama outfits. Super cute. This one is a homemade, as you can probably tell, Totino keychain. Double-sided. Down here is some more Hololive stuff. Got a little Caillou button and a Luna acrylic keychain of her riding on a bicycle. And I'm not sure why she's riding on a bicycle, but she is, and she's living her best life. Right here is the matching Luca from the Miku and Rin classic pins I was talking about earlier. And here is a Miku from the same Sanrio Idolmaster collaboration keychain line. As you can tell, I have a lot of these. I also have a Kyoko right there in the top right. And over here is the dark blue section, I guess you could call it. This is the missing Soldier Game member, of course, the classic Umi Sonoda from Muse, in her maid outfit looking all cute. This one was actually the secret one out of the ones that you could possibly get in the blind boxes. This Umi is a larger rubber strap that has her in her pirate outfit from that one Halloween song that kind of slaps. And down below that is a little Honoka. And below her is a Yukimi from Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. These, I totally freaked when I saw these in a gachapon capsule in Japan when I was studying abroad. It's the Shugo Kata characters, and I totally desperately wanted Amulet Heart. Thankfully, I was able to get her on my second try. The king over here is, my first attempt. I wasn't upset to get him, but she was the one I definitely wanted. Last but not least, we have another Cardcaptor Sakura and Sanrio collaboration keychain. This time it's her with Kunomi next to a Yuki Nagato phone strap. I remembered I had these over here that I definitely cannot forget about. It's a little collection of the Pia Pro, Krypton, Lloyds, Meiko, Kaito, Gagalan, and Miku. These were also given to me by my dear friend. Yet unfortunately, I don't have a Rin, but I think I make up for it in the sheer amount of Rin merch that I own. And then over here, we have the legend herself, Shizuku Oikawa, the Milky Mode Queen. And here we have these two just perfect OG Mas girls, Ritsuko and Yayoi, in their I like hamburger forms. I also remembered that I own a little maid outfit keychain from Maid Dreamin' when I visited there in Japan in 2016, which is a little embarrassing, and I guess you're getting a preview of my desk setup with my little dabbing bunny rabbit that I'm quite proud of. But yeah, this one is like super adorable, so I keep it on my desk. I also keep some of my most favorite keychains hung up over here. This one's a little cutie little Ujuki with a Hello Kitty holding a little apple pie. And then this one is probably one of my most favorites. It's Nana Abe and the Sanrio collaboration. I actually pulled Sugarmean, the unit between Shinsato and Nana Abe, together, and I thought it was like a call from the gods. And then finally, last but not least, there's the Sanrio collab with Cardcaptor Sakura. This time it's her with My Melody. A great one to end off on, in my opinion. And that's my entire anime keychain rubber strap collection. Goodbye!